On today's app.
Why is it that every time someone sends a voice memo, like records one for their friend, that's when they decide to like take their sweet ass time getting words out of their mouth?
Absolutely.
Like every voice memo I've ever received is like, hey,
Yeah.
wait, oh my God, a car just went by.
Yeah, they tell you their whole life story. Hey guys, this is Litty and Shitty in the Big Bad City, a podcast by New Yorkers for everyone. I'm Chlo.
I'm Em, and that's all you need to know.
Let's get started.
What is that fucking drink you just made?
Okay, I'm like so glad you asked.
And I hope you know, like you just made a full dessert drink. When do you expect to eat that over the next course of the next hour? You made a dessert for yourself right before you recorded your podcast?
Well, I was like hoping that you would ask me what it is.
Well, what is it?
Well, I'm getting there.
Yeah.
So there's like all these things on TikTok that are like sleepy girl mocktails or mocktails, like hot girl, like hot girl walks.
Yes, I think so.
Like,
yeah.
like during the pandemic, people were like hot girl walk. I feel like whenever I say things on this podcast, I'm like, ew.
Why?
I am that.
You are what?
Exactly what I'm going to explain.
Okay.
All these girlies are like joining forces, and I'm right there at the front line.
Yeah.
And they're like all doing things together. Trends.
Yeah.
If you will.
Yeah.
So like the hot girl walks, like walk for 20 minutes a day. Like you're not just going on a walk, you're going on a fucking hot girl walk.
Okay.
Because you're a hot girl and you're walking.
Right.
This is like a hot girl podcast.
Right. This is a hot girl podcast.
Because we're like hot and we're podcasting.
Yeah.
Okay. Sleepy girl mocktail, sleepy girl, slumber girl mocktail, whatever you want to call it, is basically like a little je ne sais quoi that you would have before you go to bed. Instead of taking melatonin, boo, boring, you can make a little cocktail. You put tart cherry juice. You put poppy, raspberry flavor, prebiotic. Okay. Magnesium powder.
Okay.
Cool Whip for fun.
And you just made this, you made a melatonin drink right before we record a podcast?
Absolutely am. And I'm so glad you asked about that too. It takes me a while to like really
wind down.
In. So this is like kind of setting the tone for my evening.
Sleepy
evenings. I just had a Celsius like an hour ago. So this is kind of like...
Wait, you did wind up buying it?
I drank the whole thing.
You did? Okay. We were at Big Famous getting food before coming up to Chloe's apartment. And she was like, should I get a Celsius or is it too late? And I was like, you get affected by that. I don't. Like, I could have coffee right now and pass out 5 minutes later.
That's so interesting.
My sleepy girl mocktail, get into bed, honey.
Honey, you are
As
crazy.
soon as my head hits that pillow, good night, I'm out. I have trouble not being sleepy girl.
Yeah,
so
you're narcoleptic.
I used to be narcoleptic.
Yeah, so used to be once narcoleptic, always narcoleptic.
Yes, but I have outgrown the really bad part of it. I used to there have been like 2 or 3 times where I fell asleep standing up at a bar while we were out, and that was kind of like unacceptable. That was kind of the end of it.
Yeah.
I will say though, I think like the last of my narcolepsy was in COVID lockdown when we would watch a movie every night and I would always just fall asleep while they watched a movie essentially, and John would always get so mad, they being John and his brothers, and they would always get mad at me because it's like, just go to bed, don't like tell us you're gonna watch a movie, and because it's a bummer when you're watching a movie and someone's sleeping, it's like someone in the room doesn't think what we're doing is fun. It's insulting.
It's so disrespectful.
It's disrespectful. It's rude. It's boring. Even though I, as the sleeper, I mean no harm. I mean no harm.
I know.
I mean no harm, and it's not personal. It's an issue I have.
I certainly drew the line when I would be having a full conversation with you and you would be asleep.
Yeah, no,
and I just found that obnoxious, to say the least.
I know, but it was like I was working
you didn't
at a coffee shop. I didn't mean to. I was so tired. But the worst of it, or like my favorite story I tell of when this happened was we were watching. It was in COVID lockdown, and we were watching this movie called Sideways, which Paul Giamatti is in. And when I say we were watching, they were watching, and I was next to them.
You were taking a nap.
But for some reason, when I'm sleeping, I like try, or like when I fall asleep, like, and I think everyone who has problems falling asleep does this, like I need to prove that I wasn't sleeping.
I was going to say this.
Yeah.
Why are people so defensive?
Because being unconscious is embarrassing. Being publicly unconscious is very embarrassing.
Well, publicly, yes. But watching a movie with your friends, like, you don't have to yell.
No one's yelling. But excuse me, we don't have to yell. Never once have I been asked if I was sleeping in a friendly tone. It's always, are you sleeping? So first of all, I have been out. I haven't been here. So the first conscious moment I have is someone yelling at me. So, well, I'm not going to be defensive and be like, no, I'm getting yelled at my first moment awake. Well, imagine that. Imagine you're out cold and then you wake up to, what the fuck? Are you sleeping?
I actually can't imagine sleeping when I'm hanging out with friends.
But it's not about that. It's not about that. And
I understand.
My fellow people who fall asleep during movies will agree with me. Anyway, we were watching Sideways. You want to hold hands?
Yes.
We were watching Sideways featuring Paul Giamatti. He's
I don't
the star
know
of
who
it.
that is.
Paul Giamatti, Big Fat Liar. The main guy in Big Fat
The
Liar.
little kid. Oh no, the older man
that's
with
Frankie
the bald guy.
Yes.
Frankie Muniz.
Munez. Ew. I'll stop.
I hate when you
and
say
Amanda
that.
Bynes, is she in that movie? I gotta watch that. That's a good movie.
Big Fat Liar.
Big Fat Liar.
Frankie Muniz.
Frankie Muniz. Where is he?
His big move.
His big move. Frankie Muniz's big move in Big Fat Liar. BFL.
Big fucking liar.
Big fucking liar. That movie rocks, but you know what? That movie also like made me eternally be afraid of Paul Giamatti because he's like a scary guy.
No, I picture
scary
him like
liar.
Yuck.
I know. I've had like nightmares about Paul Giamatti hurting me because of Big Fat Liar. Because I watched it when my brain was still developing, so now I will always be afraid of him.
Oh my god, he makes me think of in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, the children snatcher.
I haven't seen it. Just like so many other things. No. Okay, wait. So back to Sideways. We're watching Sideways featuring Paul Giamatti. And boo. And we're watching this movie. And naturally, as someone who falls asleep during movies, I try to prove that I haven't been sleeping. And the way I do that is every now and then, you know, in moments where I do catch myself waking up, because it starts like this. I'm watching the movie and then 10 minutes in tops, I feel it coming, like the wave of it. And I just know I am incapable of fighting this force.
But you can't surrender to it.
I really try not to surrender to it, but then the first step of surrendering is I close one eye.
I know this about you.
As if that's gonna I'm gonna rest on one side and get to watch the movie on the other. I'll close one eye. And it's amazing because I do this every time, even though I know that as soon as I let one eye go out, I'm out. It's over. I'm out for the count. So we were watching Paul Giamatti in Sideways. I closed my eye and then I got the other one open. And then before you know it, like I'm out.
Yeah.
And at different moments in the movie, what I'll try and do is I'll open them for a second and then realize I'm sleeping and go back to sleep. But I'll try and comment on the movie to prove that I've been watching it. Like, oh, wow, what a great transition. Or like, you know, amazing scene that was. Or something like that to prove that like I've been awake. So we were watching Sideways. And I have a moment where I open my eyes and I have a moment. And unfortunately, the thing I said was I went, oh my God, Paul Giamatti's in this movie. It was like the last scene of the movie and he walked in and I was like, hey, Paul Giamatti. The star of the film.
That was like the entire movie that you just told me about.
Yeah.
Was him.
Like I fell asleep so early on that we hadn't even met the protagonist yet. And I wanted my comment I chose to make was like, hey, check it out.
You idiot.
And John, that was like the last straw. It was like, are you kidding me?
You know what?
When you like, it was just like the ultimate, just like never watch a movie that's again. Like it was the end of the movie and I ruined it.
I respect and I'm proud that you think that you could have like covered yourself there. Because respect. Like
I know.
I love that you tried.
I put the effort in.
I knew from the beginning of the story that there's no way you'll fool any of us.
Yeah.
You can't fool us. You can't fool us.
No, you can't get away with it.
No.
But you know what? John has really rounded a corner with it because now he'll be like, if we're...
Well, that's just who you are now.
That's just who I am. No, but I can make it through some movies, but it depends. Like last night was Sunday, which SNL has started back up. So every Sunday now I am actually dead as a doorknob. And like I just ordered a ton of food. So tired.
What?
I said dead as a doorknob.
Okay, I missed it. I was trying so quickly.
I thought you were going to correct me because that's definitely not the phrase. It's it's dumb as a doorknob. No. Yeah, it's dumb as a doorknob.
Dead as a doorknob.
Dead as a doorknob is not a phrase. I was wrong when I said it. Dead as a...
Donut.
Dead as a donut. A donut is dead. A donut is dead. So fact check that, Google.
Yes.
Google's being sued, you know.
I know. What are we all going to use? Bing? Who said that?
You. Oh, Sam.
Yeah, Sam.
Sam.
Can I bite of my dessert?
Yeah, bite your dessert. Go ahead.
Be right back.
I I was going to say that while you eat your dessert, I was going to say that it's usually when I like eat a shit ton of food and then sit down and watch. Like last night, we started watching Only Murders in the Building. So good. Have you watched?
I need to.
It's really good because John and I were like, now with the strike being over, like now we're feeling the effects of like no good new TV coming out. It's like, what is there to watch? Only stuff that's already been out.
That's apparently very, very good and a great cast.
I know. And we were like, what do we watch?
Upper West Side?
Upper West Side, literally like the building that they film it in is like 2 blocks from me. And
you guys are the only murderers in the building.
We are the only murderers in the building. And so we turned that on and it was so good. And I made it like 4 episodes in. And then we were on the couch and like I just like put my hat down and I just fell asleep.
Your hat down. Because you've been in a hat recently a lot.
I've been in hat mode and sweatshirt mode. I've been actually wearing this outfit.
Get that Canada Dry out of your frame.
I have been wearing this outfit literally every day. Today, I just chose to spice it up with your Saks Potts pants that I'm still borrowing.
That brings me to a really good question.
Which is,
I have 2 questions.
Go for it.
The first one I wanted to say was, what is your favorite, like, one answer, and I'll do mine.
Okay.
New York movie or New York show that is like, that's New York to me?
Am I going to be that girl? Friends.
I was going to be that girl. Sex and the City.
Oh, Sex and the City.
We are equally so fucking stupid.
Yeah, Sex and the City and Friends. It's like, has a show nailed New York since those 2 shows? Well, I guess Broad City, kind of.
Broad City. You'll let us know with Only Murders in the Building.
Only Murders in the Building is definitely not making me feel New York-y, but it is making me feel like Halloween-y. Yeah, spooky.
Cool.
It's fun. And I love Martin Short so much. He's so funny.
I love Selena Gomez.
Yeah.
Team Selena.
Team, as opposed to who? Do not even say that.
Really?
Yeah. Like, get over it. That was years ago.
I'm only a hater because I'm jealous of Haley and I want her out.
Why?
I don't know.
You're wearing her lip gloss as we speak.
And how good do I look?
Amazing.
Okay, Team Haley.
Do not hate on Haley Bieber. It's his wife.
Yeah.
And if you're saying that you only hate her because you're jealous, it's like, so let's let go of that. And let's recognize that for what it is, insecurity.
That brings me to my next point.
Which is?
My biggest insecurity. I'm just kidding. I'm just going off the bar.
Oh, we will get to that.
We have questions, but this is my next question.
I'm ready. Born ready.
You've been wearing a lot of hats recently.
Yeah. What about it?
Getting a good hat is really important, and that's not what I was going to segue into. What I was going to segue into is actually someone asked a question about your style.
Someone asked you a question about my style?
For today.
No way. What did they say?
Swear to Gaga.
Are you doing a bit?
No, I swear to fucking Gaga.
What did they say about my style? Oh, I don't want anyone to...
No.
What?
It was like a question for Litty and Shitty.
Oh.
Hey, defensive already.
Yeah, well, because I want to have the kind of style where people are like, oh, she always looks good, but they don't know what my style is. You know what I mean? I want to like blend in.
Well, honey, you got a ways to go. I'm just kidding.
I like do though. I'm like,
oh, that made me sad because you took it seriously. I didn't.
Well, should we rewind to before we recorded this episode? And I had some tabs open on my computer, and I went to a tab of a pair of boots, and you went, I don't like those, and I was like,
don't. Yeah, I don't.
And I was like, well, I just bought them.
Perfect.
$300 boots that I bought.
Perfect. I like that you
were like, in that color? And I was like, yeah.
And I said, I love them.
But it's like now they're going to arrive and I'm going to not want to wear them because you told me they weren't cool. I have no idea what is cool, Chlo.
I know. And I'm here to help. You look cool as...
Yeah, because I'm wearing your pants and my fiance's merch. That's why I look cool.
I mean, it's not like I look cool.
The only cool thing about me is my engagement ring.
And that's something that you'll have and I will never have.
That's not true. Hey, cheer up. Hey, perk up.
Hey, I'm cheering.
You know what happened to me today?
Tell me.
Oh, wait, you were going to do the
my
whole style thing.
Commute. Oh, my day was so hard.
Wow.
Whoa. Sorry.
I actually had...
I'm going to have a bite of dessert.
I actually had a great commute today.
Tell
I have
me
nothing
more.
bad to say about my commute. All I will say is that right when I was going there was a little sun shower today for like 2 seconds. Oh my God. That was a crazy timbre. No, I'm not going to wait for you. You chose to eat during this podcast. I'm going to move right along and keep talking. Timbre, like Timbre, like the timbre of your voice. Like
that's what I just
no,
said.
it's not pitch. It's like timbre. Timbre is like a guitar has a certain timbre. If you hear a note like that coming out that coming out of my throat versus that coming out of my throat versus coming out of a guitar versus coming out of a trumpet, different timbres.
Correct. The reason why I got so excited,
spelled Timbre, as if it was timbre.
Timbre.
The timbre of the guitar sounds different from the timbre of the piano. I really like the timbre of your voice. I learned that at the Clive Davis School of Recorded Music when I was 17.
That's sick.
Do you want to do the style thing?
Not really anymore. And
really?
I kind of, no, I do actually. Someone asked to touch on each of our styles. And your go-to shoes, pants, coats, statement pieces that defined you. I'd like to just hijack this question.
That stresses me out so much.
I'm hijacking the question. What's a one piece that you wear that is Emily Wilson? And what's one piece that I wear that's Chloe Richmond?
Well, I've actually stopped wearing my one piece recently because...
your peels?
No, that was so 2018, 2019, Emily.
Okay.
Come on, you should know. Guess what my piece is. You should know. I've stopped wearing them. That should give you a hint of them.
Are they like a type of stinky shoe you wear?
No. What the fuck? What the fuck?
No, like...
a type of stinky shoe I wear? Chlo. That is so
But tell
rude.
them.
No. I used
them.
to have a pair of Air Force Ones, black Air Force Ones, and every time I'd come over Chloe's and take them off, they smelled like absolute shit.
And where would you have to leave them?
In the hallway. But Chloe, that was so long ago. That's like when my mom always fucking does this. She will be like, if I have to wake up early for something that like she's involved in, she's like, you want me to call you to make sure you get up? I'm like, what am I, fucking 19?
I don't know. What are you, fucking stinky shoe?
Well, it's like
stinky shoe. Go to bed.
She acts like I still am in high school and like miss my alarm. I'm like, Mom, what makes you think? When's the last time you heard me call you and be like, I slept through it? Like, when?
Totally.
And she does that stuff like, well, I know you have trouble getting up. I'm like, yeah, when I lived at home when I was 18 years old.
When you had your first period class at 6 a.m.
Yeah, exactly.
Totally.
Now watch tomorrow. I'm going to like oversleep the red room somehow.
Moms will always, always, always think of us as little.
Yeah, which, respect to my mom. I love my mom. But I always give her slack for that. I'm like, Mom, stop thinking of me as like a lazy sleeper girl.
Totally.
Oh, even though we were just talking about how I fall asleep during everything.
God, you are a lazy sleepy girl.
Okay.
Oh my God, like you're like lazy sleepy girl. Like that's your version of being a hot girl.
Ew. Sleepy girl?
Yeah.
I do not want anyone to ever think of me as sleepy girl.
Think me sleepy
Ew,
girl.
if I think of like a sleepy girl, I'm like, I don't want to be around her. She's so sleepy.
Like when people
sleepy is like so sorry, go ahead.
When people describe
what? When people what?
Describe people as like
sleepy.
What a snooze fest.
No, that's not what I mean by sleepy girl is a sleepy girl who's like, John Early has a joke about this, but a sleepy girl is like, this is literally his joke that I think perfectly describes a sleepy girl. Go ahead, eat your fucking dessert. John Early has a joke where it's like millennials, like sleepy girl is a millennial, first of all, and millennials being like Postmates ads being directed towards millennials, and they're like, want omakase but don't want to take your bra off? Get Postmates. And sleepy girl is like the kind of girl who's like, can I wear sweats? Ugh. That is not me.
No.
One thing about me, I might be in a sweatshirt, but I will never be in fucking sweats. I will show up in Saks Pot's shiny green pants before I will put motherfucking sweatpants on.
And a shoe is always on.
And I always have my shoes on. Yeah, yours are off.
You know what?
I'm a shoes on house. We're a shoes on house.
That is so uncozy of you.
Why?
Anyway, what's
Who
your statement
cares?
piece? Relax.
Guess what my statement piece is.
I can't think of it.
You can't think of it?
I bet you Asha could think of it.
I'll give you a hint. It's a pair of pants. Come on. I wore them like literally every day excuse me.
Did you just throw up in your mouth?
A little bit. Not really. I didn't, but I decided to say that I did for some reason.
So you're a liar
I'm
too.
A BFL. I'm a Paul Giamatti and big fat liar. That's me.
Sleepy little liar.
Sleepy little liar. Ew, dude.
No, you're not sleepy and you're not a liar and you're my best friend.
Oh, I love you. My cow pants.
I knew it.
The brown, no you didn't because you didn't say it. The brown cow pants.
I love when people say that, like, I knew it. It's like, then say it.
It's like, why don't you say it?
You live in your cow pants. Who are those? Are those
I had to stop
Reformation?
wearing them. They're from Porch Finds. Like everything else I wear is either from you, Porch Finds, or John's merch.
Okay.
That's all I wear. Here's the thing about me. If I find a piece of clothing that works, I will wear it forever and ever and ever until it doesn't work anymore. I just bought this denim jacket last week. I have worn it every single day.
I've noticed
that is no exaggeration. Every single day I have worn this denim jacket.
I have a funny thing to tell you.
Tell me.
When I was coming here, I thought you were in Juice Press across the street. I thought I saw you because I saw someone in their pink puffer.
Oh,
and I was
cute.
like, Winter Emily's activated?
Whoa! A lot of people know my pink coat, and that's
Like,
cool. And guess what, folks? It's coming in for season 6 again this year.
Is it? Is it from Aritzia?
Yeah, I'm like, it still looks good. I'm not going to buy a new coat.
The puffer girl jacket, that's a type of bitch. Sorry, it is. Not saying it's a bad thing.
Yeah, I don't
Just
think it is.
saying that the
I'm a
super
puffer
puffer Aritzia girls.
Yeah.
And I love them. And
Yeah,
I respect
no.
them.
Continue. What's that type of girl like? Because it is shade. You're throwing shade right now.
I'm not throwing shade. I look like those kind of girls.
So then what do you wear as your winter coat?
I have like 5,000.
Yeah, you do. How do people keep up with fashion, man?
Dude, I don't know.
You
I
do
just
it,
do
so
it.
tell us.
Don't attack me.
Wait, I'm trying to think of your statement piece.
Yeah, what would be my statement piece?
I guess your orange sack spots pants, I feel like I've seen you in a lot, and your Hooters t-shirt.
That Hooters t-shirt.
You have a Hooters t-shirt.
I have been wearing. It's a bedazzled Hooters t-shirt.
Which you wore with the orange sack spot pants on an episode.
I have worn the shite out of that shirt. I've worn that for like 4 years.
Yeah.
So
it's a good shirt.
Correct.
Good job, Emily.
Good job, Emily. That is my statement piece. Cool.
I wanted to talk about something. Yeah,
take a sip of your little dessert drink. I wish I had a sip of something like that.
You have water right there.
When people are like, when you're eating with someone and they're like, that looks good. And you're like,
and it's like, can I have a bite? You're not going to get a bite.
No, do not ever say that looks good. I never, ever, ever want to share my food with anyone unless we're going splitsies and we have to make sure that we're going in on something you can't.
You know what though?
One.
Guess what?
What?
I realized recently, if you're going to split something with someone at a restaurant, make sure you're the one who orders the thing you actually want more.
No.
Never once have I done splitsies with someone at a restaurant and not basically eaten my whole meal and they basically eat the one they got.
You want ownership.
I'm not saying I want it. I'm saying realistically, every time I've done splitsies, it's never actually splitsies. It's always like I'm stuck with the one that I got.
I understand that, but I feel like I'm kind of in this new space.
Tell me about
I'm going to tell you about this new space. This new space I'm in at restaurants. I'm in this like new headspace at restaurants where I'm like totally going splitsies for real. I don't want one more than the other. I really want both together.
Oh, I usually want one more than the other.
I used to be like that, but
I want like one bite of the other.
Yeah, I've sort of like come out of that a little bit.
Good for you. I forget, do you send voice memos when you text people?
Yes.
A lot?
Not to like you, like to people that I'm going to give a whole 1 minute, 2 minute of like, this is what's happening.
Okay, see, I am anti-voice memo, and I especially am anti-voice memo when it's that long of a thing. Call me. Because guess what? If we're in rapid fire text and then you send me a voice memo that's like 1 minute, 22 seconds.
I don't want to listen to it.
I'm not going to be answering you until 3 more business days. Like I am not going to hit play on that voice memo.
3 at the least.
3 at the least. It's like, that's the quickest way to end a conversation with me over text.
Yeah, and then you just leave it there. And then
I leave it there.
Yeah, for days.
And then I respond, I'm like, oh my God, so sorry. And then I feel bad. I feel so bad with how long I take to listen to it that I wind up taking even longer because I'm avoiding dealing with having to tell them that I took so long to listen to it.
Whoa.
And it's also like, once I hit play, why is it that every time someone sends a voice memo, like records one for their friend, that's when they decide to like take their sweet ass time getting words out of their mouth?
Absolutely.
Like every voice memo I've ever received is like, hey,
yeah.
Wait, oh my God, a car just went by.
Yeah, they tell you their whole life story.
Sorry, I'm literally like walking to the subway right now and
yeah, thanks. I'll have it to go, please. It's like
spit it out. I have no time to like sit here and listen to your whole actual brain activity while you're trying to tell me what could have been written, odds are, in like a 2-sentence
This could have been an email. Totally. That's so something.
Never send them to me.
No, yeah, don't send them a voice memo.
And guess what though? If I ever do it, as soon as I start hitting record, something comes over me where I'm like, hey, so
oat milk, please.
Yeah. No, and I'm like, wait, why do I literally sound like I just woke up?
You sound like 4 different voice memos of like, sorry, hold on.
Yeah, it's like, who's this for?
It's very Euro to send voice memos.
Euro?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Really?
Like that's like kind of like, hola, hola, ¿qué tal, qué tal? Like, and then
no, see, I will do I will do
you know what I mean?
I know what you mean, but I will actually do, and I feel like you saw me doing this the other day. I will do
tap to text.
Tap to text. Yeah. Especially if I'm on the move or if I'm like, my fingers can't take it anymore.
Retire those things.
I can't do it anymore. And I will just hit it and be like, thank you. I am actually looking forward to coming. Send. And like, because it's like, send. I can't with the thumbs anymore. I can't. It's like,
dude,
I open my computer sometimes just to answer a text. Like 2 thumbs, not enough for what I've got to say.
I love texting via computer. I love
computer texting. You can always tell when someone's texting via computer. Like there's so much wordier.
Yeah, it's aim.
It's aim. Sorry, I just went off on a mile a minute for a year.
No, I was so with you the whole time.
You go. You go.
Okay, well, I think that voice memos are really hard for people who have ADHD, which is me, because as you're like 2 minutes in, I've already lost 15 things I wanted to say. Like I'm responding typing as I'm listening. Like you're like, oh, hold on, I just got hit by a car. I'm like, oh my God, so sorry. Oh my God. I'm going with you.
Oh my God.
And I don't want to, but I have to as an ADD person. I have to be there the whole fucking time.
Yeah, but also it's like, then have you ever been listening to a voice memo on your phone and then you stop and there's no feature to skip through? So you have to listen to the whole fucking thing all over again?
That's actually my main reason for not wanting to. It's like, I've heard the beginning of your story 15 times and then he said, but I don't know what he said because I had to restart it 15 times and I don't care.
Yeah, and
just
I never
FaceTime
cared.
Me.
Actually, that's what I was gonna say next. I was gonna say,
you love FaceTimes?
No, not FaceTime necessarily. Actually, I was gonna say, as someone who was born in the 90s, I grew up eternally afraid of phone calls. I've always been afraid of phone calls.
Yeah.
I'm always so uncomfortable answering, calling anyone. Like,
I love them.
And you have your whole life? You've never been like afraid to call someone?
No, like when I was little and we like, you know, when you're little and you're like, can you ask him?
Yeah.
I'm the first one to ask. Or like,
like people will go to you like, can you call?
Yeah, like, can you call? Or like, I'd pick up the phone. Hey, how's the stock? When I was 2.
See, that's your dad and you.
Yeah, what's cooking? How's the stock?
Everyone else in our generation, I'm pretty sure, was like afraid of making a phone call. Like I will be afraid to call like Spectrum. Like actually, that's the last person I'm afraid of calling.
To be honest, that's the first person I'm afraid of calling.
Are you serious? Spectrum, I am like, where the fuck isn't my internet work? I am so ready to hop on the phone.
I will call Spectrum and be like, I'm sorry on behalf of this confusion.
Oh, okay. I want to clear something up that I just said. I'm not mean to the minimum wage employees that I'm on the phone with.
We know.
But I am very quick to get to the point and I have no fear when I talk to Spectrum.
You know what?
Anyone else I call, I'm always like, hello? Like I get so scared.
Yeah.
And I want it to end as soon as it starts. But actually, I say that to say I'm going back on that these days because I find especially with my friends, I feel like text just doesn't capture everything and like doesn't like it's so easy to misconstrue someone's attitude over text or like tone of voice over text. And the older and further I get in my life, like I just don't remember. I don't have time and remember to like text people when I'm like, oh, I meant to text them. Like, for example, like I went to SNL on Saturday night. There was so many people I was with and I wanted to like text all of them and be like, oh my God, how much fun last night. Texted none of them that.
That's really cool you went to SNL.
Yeah, my fiance works there.
Cool.
So I didn't wind up texting anyone because to me it's like so much effort in my head to like send a text and start a conversation that as soon as I send it, I'm not going to want to keep talking to them. It's that thing I said I have of like, when is this going to end? As soon as it starts, I can't stop but thinking about the ending. However, today, a friend of mine that I was with at the party, who I like hadn't seen in a minute, called me. And I'm trying to be more like you lately, where I answer every call I get instead of sending a voicemail and texting like, sorry, can I call you back? And then never calling you back. I'm trying to answer the fucking phone.
Just answer. You can also tell, you always have the option to be like, I have 5 minutes. And I actually tell you right now to start conversations with that.
Yeah, I only have 5 minutes. Yeah.
When I used to talk to like my grandma.
Yeah.
I'd be like, hey, I'm walking into a building.
What's up? Yeah. I usually, when I start conversations, like I'll call my mom and I'll be like, I'm just walking to the train, but I wanted to say, so like to set up the standard of like, this is going to be short.
That's funny. Go ahead.
But this person called me today and in my head, I was like, something bad happened because why are they calling me?
Right.
But then I was like, they might just be calling me to catch up. And guess what, dude? They were calling me to just post game the night. And they were like, I had so much fun with you.
Post game the night?
Like post game.
The night?
The
Recap.
night. Whoa.
Post game the night?
Yeah, what's wrong with the way I said that?
What do you mean?
Post game. Like we haven't post gamed. Pre-game, post game.
Like you hang out after the party.
No, it's like we didn't post.
It's like the after party.
Am I using that in a total wrong way?
Totally wrong, but not mad about it. Just want to correct you.
I have been saying post game for.
It's recap. You're gonna recap the night.
All right. All right.
Don't make fun of me with that voice.
Well, I'm not making fun of you.
All right.
I'm just kind of digesting the fact that you just told me I've been using a word wrong for a long time.
It's okay.
Anyway.
I don't know many words, so.
Fair enough. This girl and I chatted for like 20 minutes, recapped, and it felt so good. And I went like, I'm gonna call more instead of texting people, because it's like, now I like a text conversation still wouldn't have done the job, and like a phone call. Texts are cold, phone calls are warm.
Period. Let's end it right there.
And I want to have more phone calls.
Yeah, I love it. I'm with you.
That's what I wanted to say.
I think we're also at an age where we can call someone and just be like, hey, I was just thinking about you. How are you? I've been meeting. Let's do something.
Yeah, because I think we're getting further and further away from like college, high school days where it's like you have so much free time. You're so social. All you do is hang out.
You also don't have to do what I just said and be like, we should hang out. You don't have to do that. You absolutely don't have to do that anymore.
No, you don't have to do that. You don't
be
have to lie.
Hi,
like,
how are you?
Please, drinks. Please.
Yeah, like I've been literally dying to see you for 3 weeks. Like, no, you haven't. Or we would have.
Literally everyone I text, can we please do drinks soon, is someone I'm never going to get a drink with.
Right. We would never say to each other, let's get a drink.
No, I would never. I mean, I usually mean it. But I know that if I send a text of like, please, let's get a drink soon, I will not be seeing that person for at least
3 to 5 years.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I do mean it. But I know that that is like putting a grave on our friendship.
Yeah. What do you have in your hand?
Can we please get a drink? I have my color of road lip tint, peptide lip tint, toast.
That was so AMSR-y.
ASMR.
Nice timbre.
Thank you, girl.
Did I use that right?
Yeah, you did.
Slay mama. Questions.
Mama. Okay, so we got a question this week.
A few, to say the least.
A few, to say the least. The question that we got this week that we're going to answer, the second question, I guess, technically, is someone asked us, what is your biggest insecurity and what is your smallest insecurity, each of us? Do you have yours, or should I try and go first?
It's going to be physical, or is it going to be like life?
What do you mean?
Like my arms, or are we going to go like way deeper?
I will always hate my arms.
I will always hate my arms too. And you know what?
We've always had that in common.
Yeah, we're like,
we hate our arms. We're like, as soon as I see a picture of me, I'm like, Facetune, open, arm, shrink. Shrinking my arm.
You know what? It's like, the arm people will get that.
Yeah.
If you're an arm hater too, it's like, you get it.
I know. And you know what's so funny is like John, I mean, I guess he's the love of my life, but he will always be like, what are you talking about?
No,
I'm like,
it's funny that you say that. I was just going to say I was wearing like a bolero. Do you know what a bolero is?
No.
Like just like sleeves. Like you put sleeves on.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Whatever. Like little shrug.
Yeah.
I was wearing that at the gym with Oliver. And he was like, what is that? Just for your arms? I was like, exactly that.
Yeah. And
he's like, why would you wear that? I'm like, it's perfect. I'm covering my arms and I look like I mean business at the gym.
Yeah, totally. You know what I think it is? It's like guys or whoever like doesn't see arms the way we see arms. It's like, I think it's that thing that the thing I immediately think of is with my teeth of like, no one, if I show you a picture, I found a picture from when I first got Invisalign, you don't remember me as ever having crooked teeth, but I bet you like when I'm fully done with this, you're going to see me, or like anyone who hasn't seen me before I started Invisalign, is going to be like, something's different about you. You look good. And I think with arms, it's like if my arm somehow overnight shrunk and became model arm, people would be like, what'd you do? You look so good.
Totally. They don't know how bad we look until we look good.
Yeah. And listen, I don't give a fuck if you're like, you're all beautiful. I don't like my arms. I never will. I wish I had Jennifer Aniston arm, and I just don't. I never will. I can live with it.
Yeah, I can't.
I'm fine.
I'm miserable day to day.
No, you're not. You live with it.
I'm kidding. I live with it just like the regular person does. Arms. Let's not talk about arms.
I saw a beautiful model girl on the train. You know when you see someone who's like model girl, but it's like, I know you're not even a model. You're just like so that pretty.
Yeah.
And I saw her on the train and she was like reading a text and she was stressed. And I looked at her and I was like, God, whenever I see people like that, I'm like, You probably don't even sweat. You have like great arms. Like every time I get ready and even think I look cute, I leave the house and suddenly I'm disgusting. And I feel like dirty and like I feel like the TJ Maxx version of whatever I'm trying to be. Do you know what I mean? Totally. And no shade to TJ Maxx, but you know what I mean?
No, I know what
I feel like I instantly become TJ Maxx.
I know. You always like feel so good until you're like in public.
I know. And then if I ever catch a glimpse of what I look like in public, I'm always unhappy with it.
It's weird because you can't not look. Like your reflection, you're always going to look, but then you do and you're like, well, fuck.
Yeah, very rarely have I caught my reflection and be like, oh, yes.
Yeah.
Except when I got engaged and I saw the ring. I'd be like, hold that coffee ring, girl.
Yeah, not me.
You'll have that one day too.
Cool. So okay, besides your arms.
Yeah. So I guess arms are kind of an insecurity.
Kind of.
Yeah. What would you say is your biggest insecurity?
That's, I think, disappointing people.
Chloe Richmond.
As I said it, I was like, it's not that deep.
Yeah, but like,
I think it's like, I don't want anyone to feel let down at all. I'm a super people pleaser. I'm a Libra.
Yeah,
I want everyone to be first and happy. And if they're not happy, I'm like, oh my God. Yeah, but less about like, I'm not going to go home and cry about it.
No,
absolutely not.
But it's going to give you anxiety.
But I'm going to have anxiety. I'm going to be like, things are not right. And I'm going to have anxiety about it. I'm going to pick my skin. I'm going to pick my face. Yeah. I'm going to just be at home a picker.
Yeah. Can I say something about that?
Yeah, I'm going to have a dessert bite.
Go ahead. Go have your dessert bite. I find that a lot of times, if you're like constantly trying to please people, you will wind up somehow irritating them more because in attempting to please them, something went awry and then they're more upset.
It's true. And at the end of the day,
that's my piece of advice to people pleasers.
I think it's true. And at the end of the day, it's like, if everyone else is happy, how are you? Check in with yourself.
Exactly.
Okay, your turn.
I don't know enough.
Wow, you're like one of my smartest friends.
That's nice of you to say. I feel like You
are my smartest friend. You are my favorite person I've ever met.
I love you. I feel like a lot of my smarts come in the sense of like, like I have like a very logical brain and I can like figure things out really quickly.
Yeah.
But in terms of like knowing cultural things and like historical things, I am really ill-versed and it's often very embarrassing.
You're very book smart.
No, well,
and you are not very
like I feel very culturally inept, and then I always feel like I'm like, how does everyone have the time to like watch every show and read every book and know every like, president? And I'm like
current culturally,
like,
or are you talking about history?
Culture, all of it, like
culturally,
yeah,
culturally Jackson.
Like, wasn't there something
Samuel
earlier in this?
Jackson.
Samuel L. Jackson. Oh, is that Lee? See, this is what I'm talking about. I don't know anything.
Is it?
I don't know. And you know how many times someone makes a joke referencing something? I'm like, oh my God, that is so it. And I have no idea what they're talking about.
You know what's funny?
What?
When we were at the Red Room last Tuesday, you said something and I was like, that is fucking hilarious. But it was like, it wasn't part of the joke. It was like a second. Like maybe it was a voice or something.
It would be so helpful if you knew what it was.
Dude, I don't know. Like, you referencing like Why Wait from the Cheetah Girls?
Was it that?
It might have been that.
Yeah.
And I was like, that is the funniest.
Victory perfect. Oh, I said that
Why Wait.
I said that Disney Channel cast the girl who sings Why Wait in Cheetah Girls, and they must have given her a teleprompter. They must have given her a teleprompter with like the phonetic spelling of the English.
Right.
Because like,
what's her name? Marisol.
Yeah. Victory perfect. Yeah. Don't hesitate to leave your dreams. So it's more than worth it.
Yeah.
Why wait? Tomorrow can be so far away.
That sounds just like Marisol.
It does. Victory perfect.
Dude, that is so funny. So
it's your turn, it's your life,
and she's
the future is what we make.
So why wait?
I've been listening to a lot of Disney Channel lately. First of all, A Dream Is What Your Heart Makes
so
like
good.
Unlocks my soul.
You mean the one version where it's
the
like
Disney Channel cast, Zach and Cody.
Oh, and they just threw him in there, and there was fucking genius.
That line that they do still like makes me feel some type of way.
Yeah. Oh my God.
What's the line they do? Oh, to find fortune that is smiling on you. Zach and Cody sing that, and every time they sing it, it still like makes me feel something.
You're horny for that line.
Like there's some stuff that just never leaves you, and I used to watch them sing that line.
That's how I feel about when the Jonas Brothers sang their part on like
I'm hot.
Okay, no.
You're cold.
Not that.
You.
That's like actually throw up every time a word comes out.
How does he not gag every time he sings? I'm hot.
You know,
he's throwing up every time
Nick stopped singing on tour, like Red Dress tour. Red Dress.
Yes.
He stopped singing that part because people made so much fun of him.
Why? I forgot about this. Wait. Something that I'm debating that I actually need listeners to write in and give me feedback on is, should I do my own makeup at my wedding?
Absolutely not. Let's just end that.
No. Let's debate this.
Why? It's actually not a debate. It's you absolutely should. You're the bride.
Yeah, but I've seen a lot of TikToks where like people do their own makeup and they look amazing.
Because they're really good at it.
Yeah, but I have time. I'm not getting married for another like 8 months.
I think you should that's why people do practice rounds and like you can perfect it with someone. It doesn't have to be like caked on. It doesn't have to be like smoke guy. We don't have to look like we did. You can look good.
I know.
Trial and error. I do not think you want to do your own makeup.
But let me just say, I have actually never had my makeup done and think I looked better than if I did it myself.
Never in my life have I either. I'm with you 100%.
So why would I get my makeup done?
Why?
I definitely want someone there to like touch me up and like help me. Like,
no, dude.
I just don't. I'm starting to think about it. It's like I have no one's ever done my makeup and I felt like I look like myself.
We could start prepping you by doing like low maintenance to be high maintenance. Wait, hold on. Flip that, reverse it. High maintenance to be low maintenance.
Which means
for example, get your like lips tattooed with color. Wait, don't have to do that.
Okay.
Get eyelash extensions 3 days before.
Yeah.
So by the time you do it, you're gonna look beautiful. Like get your spray 4 days before. Like we can start trial and erroring ourselves.
Yeah.
But we should definitely be fake.
No, I don't. I do not want to look fake on my wedding day.
I don't mean it. I meant to say just enhance a little bit, like have longer lashes.
Yeah, I would definitely get eyelash extensions. I'm just like,
don't be fake for your wedding. I didn't mean to say that. Y'all know that.
I don't want to look like what I never look like. Do you know what I mean? Like the catch-22 of it is like, I want to look elevated and I want to look like it's a special day and I want to look like the most beautiful I've ever looked in my entire fucking life.
And you will. I
will from the emotion of it, but I also don't want to not look like myself. And I have never gotten my makeup done where I'm like, this doesn't really look like me. Like you accentuated the wrong, like that's why you have to do it wrong.
You just have to start working with someone that you grow to trust.
But hey man, it costs money every time you want to get a trial.
Right.
And guess what? Apparently I have to book the makeup artist before I can get a trial. It's like, how does that make sense? I want to see if I want to use you.
Well, you can cancel it, right?
I don't know. It's like you reserve them and then it's like.
I don't know.
And if you're my bridesmaid, right? You're my maid of honor. Are they going to want their makeup done? Like, I'm happy to pay for that and like have that be a thing. But I feel like every bridesmaid is going to be like, no, thanks. I'll do my own. Who do you know that's like, I love getting my makeup done? Who do you know that's like that?
Kylie Jenner.
Yeah, because she's Kylie fucking Jenner.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know, dude.
Who do you know in your life personally who doesn't like to do their own makeup?
Amira, because she does her own makeup really fucking well.
Yeah. She doesn't like to do her own?
No, wait. She loves to do her own.
Right. Who do you know that loves to get it done?
I don't.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, on a day that's so important to me, like hair, yes, hair definitely. But I'm starting to think like, I don't know. Like, I have time to get really good at it. Why not try? I went to Sephora. I was thinking to myself, I was like, I go to SNL all the time because my fiance works there. Now, whenever I talk about SNL, kind of like tour,
that's your thing.
I have to go.
You don't have to. You can just talk about it.
Yeah, I guess I can. I was like, let me use SNL as my opportunity to like get good at makeup. So like
that's cute.
This Saturday after our brunch, I went uptown to Sephora. Who cares that it was uptown? I went to Sephora. And I went up to like one thing I love about Sephora is I walk in and I'm like, I need this, and this. And they're like, got it. This girl, I went right up to her. I was like, I'm looking for this.
Did you like her the way she looked?
I didn't even look at her face.
That is the pro tip that if I can give you anything, Em, today, is that when you're asking for advice with makeup, go up to someone that you like the way they look.
Ooh, that's smart.
And what they're going to recommend to you is going to be on point.
Well, I actually do love how Amira looks. Like her natural looks that she does.
Amira could teach us a thing or two about makeup.
Amira is actually like, I have never,
I'm the biggest fan.
I'm the biggest fan. I don't usually watch beauty videos. I could watch her do makeup forever and ever. And every finished look of hers, I'm like, I actually want to look
Why don't you have her do your makeup for the wedding?
Maybe I should. Amira, will you do my makeup? That was her saying yes.
So you will.
But I went to Sephora and I was like, you gave me all these products on the train. You were like, get this, get this,
Did you get any of those?
I went and I just showed screenshots and the girl gave me all those things. So for the first time I tried contour and then I baked my face. And why are you laughing at that?
So cute.
Why?
I baked my face.
Well, I'm trying to learn, man.
No, and you are.
However, I did try to put lashes on and they looked like ass because I got CVS lashes.
I tried to put lashes on the other day too, and I was like, today's gonna be the day I finally can do it.
Yeah, I think lash extensions is the way to go.
It is. I had them for so long.
Wait, but your lashes right now look like they're extensions. Are they not?
No, these are my lashes.
The one on the end is like a little curly Q. Okay, I was gonna say.
I have one left. I have two left actually on the side. They're hanging.
Yeah, it looks so cutie.
You like the two?
I like the little hangers on.
Save some money and just get two lashes on the end.
On the ends, yeah. No, but maybe I will do that. But please, if you're listening,
I started curling my lashes.
Oh,
I've never done that in my life. Today's the first day I ever did it. You're
Dude,
speechless.
No, I am. You look really good.
I use this thing. I don't know if you should do this. So don't know if you should do this. But if you blow dry the curling thing for 2 seconds, it's hot and it keeps them up.
Where'd you learn that?
TikTok. Yeah. So if you blow a little hot air on them and then stick them, for sure don't burn the shite out of your lash.
Yeah.
But my mom always told me not to use those eyelash curlers. She's like, you'll pull all your eyelashes out. So I'm very nervous about it.
Yeah.
But it was whoa. It was whoa.
Whoa.
My sleepy medicine's kicking in.
Yeah.
It was well worth it. Because now you said I look pretty.
You look really pretty.
All I want is for you to think that.
Also, your skin looks amazing, Chlo.
Thanks, dude. I had a journey. I've been on I had to do a lot of acne medicine recently, which I've never done before.
Like oral tablets?
No, not oral tablets, but topical prescription. And that's just I never grew up with skin issues. And recently I've had them. So now when I'm starting to clear up, I'm like, it really does affect you. I'm sorry. It's very shallow to say, but it does fucking affect you.
That's not shallow at all. People go, I know 3 people on Accutane right now.
No, it's just, and it sucks. When my skin, it just all sucks. Your day's when your skin's bad.
2 people, I lied. I just said 3 to make everything more dramatic.
It's okay. But a lot of people have taken Accutane or are on Accutane listening. And
no, the way your skin looks completely affects your self-confidence. When I had bad psoariasis before I went on Skyrizi.
I love Skyrizi.
Yeah, the commercials.
Skyrizi.
Hey. Wait, no.
What were you getting at?
Wait. Nothing is everything. Oh.
Is that Skyrizi's?
Yeah, do you ever watch cable TV?
I don't have it.
Get it.
I just canceled it.
Why?
Why would I get it?
You got to turn on Hoda and Jenna in the morning.
No.
Why? Turn on the weather. It's so cozy. You would not believe how much turning on your TV and putting the morning news on makes you feel 10 times more homey.
Right now?
No, in the morning. Tomorrow when you wake up, put on Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
No, the news right now is so depressing.
No, not that. But put on the Today Show.
Oh, I will. How can I stream that?
Yeah.
Or do I need cable?
Do a free trial of YouTube TV and see if you like it.
Okay, I will.
And then you can cancel it. But you'd be surprised. Putting on the morning shows in the morning bumps my mood, makes me feel so at home, makes me feel like I live in a house and not
You do
a
live
building.
in a house, though.
I do live in a house. My apartment is very home-like.
Yeah.
It's kind of too late for New York Story, but this week I've been indoor. The project I've been working on, I'm editing,
right?
And I've been editing all morning till night, wake up till go to sleep, and so I'm kind of locked into my computer all day.
Mm-hmm.
And usually I'm better about groceries, but I've been in a phase where I'm not.
Yeah,
I have to admit,
it happens.
And usually when I'm not in a grocery phase, I'm just sweet green. I don't know what else to get but sweet green. And this past week, while I've been editing, I've told myself, go out and get lunch somewhere else.
Try somewhere new.
Grab, even if you don't eat it there, go out and get it. Don't deliver it. Go out and pick it up. See some sunlight. Get the lunch. come back and try different spots like in your neighborhood that you've never been to before. And I found this new spot called Amsterdam Cafe, which I never knew was there on 83rd in Amsterdam. It's like a big famous type place, but it's like even bigger and better.
Oh,
no offense.
Hey.
It's Amsterdam Cafe.
Okay.
And I went there and I was like, how have I never seen this before? And I just encourage you, if you live in New York,
I love that.
I encourage you, like, you wouldn't believe how many things you miss in your own freaking neighborhood.
No, for
walking
sure.
around with my head up and like looking for somewhere to grab a bite. I was like, that's there? Oh my God. There's like a cream puff place.
What's a cream puff?
Like
There's a
cream puff?
There's a cream puff place.
There's a cream puff place.
What is that?
I've never known. Cream puff. It's like a
cream puff?
Yeah, I don't know. What is a cream puff? It's like a little
pastry?
like fried thin dough ball filled with
I've never had that.
Cold thick cream.
Do you like it?
It's really good.
Oh my God, you're not a cream puff.
No, you're not a dairy girl, so you wouldn't like it. But for dairy lovers, it's amazing.
For dairy lovers around the world.
There's a new bar. There's this new vegan spot. I was like, oh my God, these are in a radius of me. And I had no idea they were here. I encourage you. There's nothing, you wouldn't believe you can live in New York as long as you think. And then you take a walk around your block and there's 5 new places you've never seen before. You take a walk around your block, you've never seen these places before.
Life moves pretty fast if you don't stop to look around.
It's true. Did you have anything?
I went to a candy store on the Lower East Side. It's called Bon Bon. It's a Swedish candy place. And it's kind of like, you know how Dylan's Candy Bar still exist?
I think it must. You think those places
I don't think
go
it
away?
does. I don't
Really?
think it does. I really don't think it does. But
I guess that's sad.
it's very sad. But it's kind of like the same thing. Like it's set up like a real good old fashioned candy bar where you get your shovel and you get your little.
Yeah.
And I went there and I just picked out all my candies and I always pick the pink ones. Everything I like to eat is pink.
Oh, it's true.
And I got candy and I came home on Sunday.
Are you calling that brown liquid pink?
It's cherry.
That's brown.
Well, because the cup's green. So pink and green make brown.
What? I'm looking at a brown drink.
You're like being so judgmental.
I'm not judging. You just pointed at that cup
You're
and
judging
said,
my color
I love
palette.
everything pink. And then you pointed to brown mud.
Well, maybe I was talking about my phone case.
Maybe you were.
But I was talking about the brown
No, you
mud.
said everything I eat is pink.
And I highly suggest going there. It's really, really cute. It's really cozy. And I suggest trying a Swedish candy called Dumle. And Dumle is a like toffee caramel chocolatey delish.
Yum.
It's so good. And it's a place that I haven't been into the store in a long time. So I highly suggest trying new places for your candy.
Yeah, it's kind of similar messaging here. Cheers. You take me to Bon Bon one day.
All right, you take me for a cream puff.
I will. Okay. Love you, chlo.
Love you, Em.
Thanks for listening to Litty and Shitty in the Big Bad City.
Whether you were just cleaning your apartment, slaying at the gym, or strutting on these city streets, we're always grateful for your ears.
Be sure to follow or subscribe, tell a friend, and hey, leave a review. Lilas!
What?
Love you like a sister.
Oh, cute. Lilas!
And shitty in the big bad city. Litty and shitty in the big bad city.